Hey guys, this is Miss Palmer, and we're going to talk about topographic maps. Make sure you have your note sheet ready to fill in missing information. Our learning goals is that you should be able to interpret topographic maps and satellite views to identify land and erosional features, and you should be able to predict how these features may be reshaped by weathering. A topographic map is a map that shows shape such as landforms and elevation of land by using contour lines. Elevation is height above sea level, and landforms are natural physical features of the Earth's surface such as a valley or a mountain. A contour line is a line on a topographic map that shows points of equal elevation, and you will see examples of those as we move through the notes. Some key facts when looking at a topographic map is when you're looking at a topographic map, it's as if you were above that landform, like you're flying in a helicopter above it. So it's going to be a top view. So here's an example of a topographic map. Right down here on the bottom, we have a cross section. So this is like the side view. So this is what this landform would look if we were above it, and this is how it would look from the side section. If you look right here, you can see these contour lines are fairly close together. When we have close lines, it indicates that there is a steep slope. And we can see right down here in the cross section that is a very steep slope. On the other side, we can see the lines are much further apart. They're not near as close as this side. So that's going to indicate a gradual slope. Here are two different topographic maps. On this first one, you can see our contour lines very closely spaced right here, indicating high points of elevation. So this is actually mountains. Right over here, we have a river or a canyon. Here's another topographic map. You can see we have a road going through right here. We actually have a pond here. Looks like we have a town right here with buildings. The key thing we need to look at on this map is right here, circled in red. These are called tick marks. Tick marks indicate a depression, so an area of lower elevation, such as a volcano or a sinkhole. Water always flows downhill. Some rivers flow north, some south, some east, and some west, but all flow towards the ocean and away from mountains. So let's talk about two ways to tell which way a river is flowing. The first way is we have the V-shaped contour lines. The V-shaped contour line is always going to point uphill. So right here you can see these V-shaped contour lines pointing uphill, and the path of the water is going to flow to a point of lower elevation. We also know that water flows from higher elevation to lower elevation. So right here, we still have our V-shaped contour lines pointing uphill, and we have our contour lines indicating elevation, 600, 580, 560. So we're going to flow from the point of higher elevation to the point of lower elevation. So let's work with determining elevation on a contour or on a topographic map. Let's look at point A. Point A is right here. You can see this entire contour line indicates an equal point of elevation. Right here at point A, we are at sea level. So our elevation is 0. Point B, this entire contour line, all connected, equal points of elevation, going to be at 10. C is a little bit different. It's not sitting directly on a line. So we've got to determine the intervals that each line is going up by. So we started with 0, 10, and then our next one right here is at 20, so we can tell we're going by tens. So between 10 and 20, we would have 15. Point D right here, we can see is at 20, and then point E, slightly above the elevation of 10, but above 0, so about 7 or 8. So let's answer a few practice questions using this map. So looking at this map, which hill is higher, hill A or hill B? If you chose Hill B, you're correct. We can see our highest point of elevation here, indicated by our contour lines, is 50, and on Hill A, it's 40. Which is a steeper hill, Hill A or Hill B? If you chose Hill B, you are correct. We can see our contour lines are closely spaced together on this side and more spread apart over here. Last practice question with this one, how many feet of elevation are there between contour lines? We can see we start with 10 here, 20, 30, 40. So we are increasing by 10. So there are 10 feet between each line. So here's a cross-section profile, and we need to determine which topographic map best illustrates this profile. We can see that we have a mountain. The mountain is located on the left side, and the left side is a very steep incline, a very steep hill right here. So which one of these, A, B, C, or D, would best match this cross-section? If you chose Hill C, if you chose C, you're correct. We can see it's indicating the mountain is on the left side. We have a very steep incline right here based off of our lines. Let's talk about why A, B, and D are not correct. Hill A, the mountain's located in the middle. That's not accurate to our cross section. Hill B, the mountain is located on the right. And D, the mountain is located in the middle. So the only answer choice that matches this cross section would be the topographic map for picture C. Here's a topographic map showing us points of elevation, and here is the cross section or the profile view of that same map. Again, we have our cross section, our profile view, and our topographic map right down here. So here are 6 different examples of topographic maps with their profiles. You need to determine which topographic map best matches the profiles A through F. This is what you need to do before you come to class, and we will go over these at the start of class. I hope you guys learned some stuff, and good luck with getting those answer choices correct.